And welcome to our latest edition of our Cats Chats here in the America East. Pleased to be joined by Hartford head coach John Gallagher. The Hawks firmly in fourth place. I don't see that changing going below, but you certainly can rise up in the final 3 games of the season. Only 3 games out in the loss column of top Vermont. You've got Stony Brook to end the season. They're still ahead of you. So a lot of games left, and a lot can happen, John. How do you anticipate the mindset of this group going into these final 3 games, because you've still got a lot left to play for before you even get to the America East tournament?
About 29 days ago, Andy, we started this like day by day. Let's get 2% better. And it wasn't, thinking about the playoffs. It was just today. And I think when we do that, Andy, we're in a better mindset. Obviously, when you're at 30,000 feet and you look at Stony Brook UMBC game, it's hard not to figure out what could happen. And as coaches, we do that. But the reality of it is we got to get better today at 3 o'clock at practice.
So this team, a lot of veteran players, and, it's been a bit of a roller coaster, but it feels like things have settled. How did that happen outside of this mindset of taking day by day? But on the court, how did it change to where the consistency has been there now?
To be frank, we had a team meeting and we had a circle in the locker room, and we got real personal. I mean, guys went after guys, coaches went after coaches. I shouldn't say coaches went after coaches. Players and coaches just exchanged very honest conversation, because we've been together for 4 years. And when you played 100 college games and you have this expectation, the reality of it is other teams are good. Other teams have scholarships. Other teams have very good players. And if we're not together and we're playing sort of a Me Too offense, that's not how basketball's played. And I think we reset it. To be honest, we're 12-6 in our last 18. We started 3-7. I think a lot of that had to do with how we expected. And instead of, we had the hardest non-conference schedule in school history. We have great wins, Bowling Green, Boston College. But the reality of it is you got to play every day. And our leadership and our team right now, my buddy that's a Navy SEAL says, we have great battle rhythm right now. We're in a great battle rhythm, and we have to keep that.
All right, so on the court, in terms of your comfort level of who you feel you can go to, and the players that have really helped you get to this point, in what way have they specifically changed to allow this team to be more consistent?
They sacrificed. And so John Carroll, J.R. Lynch, Jason Dunn, they could all go for 25. That's not going to win us a championship. I think J.R. Lynch, understanding that he has to get everybody involved. George Blagojevich, Travis Weatherington, they all have to do something for us to win, but they don't have to do everything. So I think it's a sacrifice, and then it's understanding that it's the name on the front, not the name on the back. And that specifically has sort of elevated our team right now.
So obviously Vermont and Stony Brook would enter as the favorites. UMBC doesn't have the same team as a year ago. We know that, but they've experienced what it's like to get through. What kind of qualities have you seen in your group in a couple of weeks that you feel confident you guys can win 3 games in, basically, I know it's not 3 games in 3 days, but win 3 games to win that AQ?
I think any time you have 6 seniors like we have, and you tell them they're going to collect the jerseys. When I played for Phil Martelli, he used to say, fellas, if we don't win tonight, we're collecting the jerseys. When you know they're going to collect the jerseys, it's a different feel. It's a different, that game is played at a different intensity. You could try to mimic it all you want in practice. The reality, Andy, is come March 9th in the first round game, we're gonna be a team that knows what we're playing for.
Well, John, appreciate it. I know that there's a lot left to play. You guys are hovering right there in that 4th spot, as I said, with 5 losses. First place Vermont with 2. Do the math. You guys can still get there, at least get a share or get close to first place, and certainly improve your seeding going to the America East tournament, which obviously has a lot to do with whether or not you can win the AQ. Hard to do it from the bottom, much easier in the top 4.
And if you look at our schedule, I'm going to put the coach's hat on for a second. If you win the next 3, 2 is really gettable. I think 1's really hard, but 2 is gettable.
Appreciate it, John. Good luck the rest of the way.
See you around West Hartford, Andy.